Morning, everybody. This is Alan Crone, the CEO of the Crone Law Firm, coming to you on Monday, April 13th, 2020. Wish everybody a happy morning and hope you all have a great week ahead of you. I know I'm looking forward to my week, so let's get right to it. I'm thankful to be here today. I hope that everybody is safe after the storms last night and over the weekend. I can't imagine how terrible it would be amid all this social distancing to have to be homeless or have power interruptions or have to deal with rebuilding after all of this. I'm thankful. I thank God that my family is safe, and I hope your family is safe. And for those of you whose family aren't safe or friends suffered, please know that I'm praying for all of you. And I know that it's tough right now for a lot of people. I wanted to wanted to bring things back to a little bit of normalcy and remind all the business owners out there, particularly, that the COVID-19 pandemic has disrupted our lives in many, many ways. But one thing that it hasn't done is it hasn't abolished any other laws. It hasn't rescinded any workplace safety rules. It hasn't rescinded the Title VII protections or other protections that employees have. And so one thing I would encourage business owners, particularly small business owners, to do is maybe take a moment and take a deep breath and go back and look and make sure that you are okay on all of your other non-COVID related legal compliance requirements. This is not a time, there's no, as I say, there's no abolition of other employment laws. So if you're going to make an employment decision, make it deliberately, make it the same way that you would have made it before. And the fact that someone's working from home, the fact that someone has other COVID-related issues, except to the extent that the new laws might apply to them, the leave laws and that sort of thing, you can still enforce and should enforce the standards of your organization, the values of your organization. And if you're going to make some employment decisions, as you do them, do them as you ordinarily would. I've talked to some folks over the past couple of days, and I think some of us have kind of lost sight of that. So this is a good week, I think, to go back and take stock of where you are. Most everybody has filed their PPP loans or put their SBA loans in or done what they can do to stabilize financially. And I think this is a good time, if you're a small business owner, to go back and start working on your business and not in your business. Look at your processes, look at your systems. Maybe start round tabling with people in your organization. All right, when we come back, how can we come back bigger and better than ever? What have we always wanted to do, but we didn't have time to do it because it was important but not pressing? And so it was in that quadrant one where, we know we need to get to those things, but we just never do. So I would really encourage, make this a week of assessment, make this a week of trying to figure out, okay, when this thing is over and I come back, how am I going to come back bigger and better than ever? Now, a last bit of COVID news. All right, first for individuals, it looks like the state is figuring out and getting their software in line. So if you haven't applied for unemployment benefits and you believe you're owed them, go file for them. I read in a bulletin that the Department of Labor put out on Friday that if you've exhausted your state remedies, unemployment remedies, you still can get 13 weeks of the federal remedies. That's the $600 a week remedy for 13 weeks. So again, go back if you've already got a claim filed, then just go ahead and recertify. If you feel like you want to go ahead and file a new claim, then do that. If you're a small business owner and you've applied for the PPP, I think those checks are going to start rolling out this week. Bigger banks are going to be slower than the smaller banks. And frankly, I think the better relationship you have with your banker, perhaps the quicker those loans are going to come out. But I think over the next week or two, you will see the pace of that quicken. I think this week is going to be a week of guinea pigs. They're gonna figure out how this is going to work. I think each transaction will be quicker than the one before it, but I think it's going to take a little bit of time for banks to really hit their stride in closing these deals. As I understand the way it's going to work, you've been approved, you've sent your application in, you've got an SBA number through your bank. This is for the PPP loans, which is the Payroll Protection Program loans. Then the bank will need to do some documenting with you. There'll be a loan agreement, you'll sign it, and then your loan will be funded. And I think it's just going to take them a little bit of time to figure out that process. And then once they've got their process down, then they'll be able to replicate it. So I think the best thing you can do is to stay in close contact with your contact at your bank, with your banker. Let them know that you're ready to move forward whenever, and also show them a little patience, because they're, I don't want to say they're making it up as they go along, but they're figuring this out as they go along. And those of you who are independent contractors, self-employed, folks without a W-2 payroll, then that guidance for you was supposed to be out last week. It's not out yet. At least I checked this morning. I haven't seen it. All the bankers I talked to say that they should be seeing it this week. Again, stay in close contact with your banker. That's the best advice I can give there. And again, document. Segregate these funds and document how you spend the money. Make sure you're only spending that PPP money on payroll, rent, or lease payments, and utilities. And my advice, what I plan to do is I plan to spend as much of it as I can on payroll, making sure that my folks are taken care of. All right, well, that's all I've got this morning. Again, happy Easter to everybody. Happy Passover. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing and liking and forwarding this on via email, or sharing on Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram or all those platforms. The more we can get this message out, hopefully, the more people we can help. All right, let's go and make it a great Monday. Let's make it a great week, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you.